Hello everyone, I'm Irene Yoga from the Soul Loft Yoga Studio, and for today I design a short sequence for the women who experience hot flushes because of the menopause. So what you need for this practice, you need a big bolster or a pillow, a small blanket, a mat, and maybe a spare wall if you have. So be welcome to pause this video and spend a little bit more time in each posture. My first position will be next to the wall, and it doesn't matter which size. Leave your bum a bit closer to one spare wall. Relax the shoulders down and gentle start to climb the legs up on the wall. I do not activate too much the legs. I'm simply relax my heels into the wall, and I place the blanket underneath of my head for comfort. You relax the shoulders down into the mat and the palms facing up. Be welcome to close your eyes and just take a moment to notice your breathing in into your body. You can place one hand on the chest and one hand on the belly. Just in case you don't have a wall available, I can show you another variation if you are already practicing on the wall or remain where you are. Otherwise, observing how I place my bolsters underneath of my sacrum, and I choose to have the sole of the foot down, maybe knees into the chest, or maybe extend the legs up in the sky. So no matter what you find, the wall is more restorative. I must admit, you relax your heels on the wall. But whatever you choose, please start to focus on your breathing. And start to balance your breathing by taking equal inhale and exhale. If you're not so sure how to balance your inhalation and exhalation, you might start gentle to count in your mind 4 times inhale through the nose and about 4 times exhale through the nose. Don't rush, simply observing your breathing in and out. Aiming of this little sequence I create is to balance your hormonal level. But when you are wanting to go out from the pose, you can bend one leg and another. And gentle, allow the knees to roll to one side. Place the palms underneath of the head. Leave your eyes closed. And just allow here a few more moments. Make a very smooth transition back on the mat if you use the support of the wall. And when you arrange back on the mat, we come back with the knees into the chest and give the knees a nice hug into the chest. And when you're ready, roll your body left and right. For each postures, each movement will take. The breath is nice and easy. And just simply place one hand on top of the shin, another one to the chin, moving side to side. If you feel comfortable by separating the knees, please do. Don't rush, but simply move your body one side to another. You might feel like someone massaging your muscle on your back. Head remain down into the mat and the shoulders down. So just simply don't engage too much the shoulders on the muscles. Just massaging. If you want and you prefer to open and close the knees, be welcome to do so. Remember, you can stop this video a little bit long and spend a bit more time in each posture. Otherwise, when you're ready, allow the knees to roll to right side. Focus more on the shoulders to remain down into the mat rather to allow the knees to actually reach the mat. If you have trouble with the knees, you can place the bolster or the blanket underneath of the knees to help to bring the floor a little bit closer to your knees. Head might twist to the other side. And you remain with the eyes closed and then nice and easy breathing in and out through the nose during the practice. The breath should be nice and smooth. If you practice deeper breathing, like ocean breathing, we don't use it on this practice. We try to cool down the body by taking nice smooth inhale and exhale, rather to create that ocean breathing or actually warm up the body. So move the knees to the other side when you're ready, staying quite the same amount of time each side. So if you stay, for instance, 10 counts on the right side, we'll span the same on the left side, about 10 counts. Eyes remain closed, shoulders remain down into the mat, and the head might gentle twist to the right side. Just with the eyes closed, you might start to feel a muscle on the back. And make a very nice and smooth transition with the knees back into the center. And moving for the happy baby. It's not a very deep happy baby. You can have the variation one. Flex the sole of the foot and place your hands behind the knees, or maybe allowing the sole of the foot to pretend you walk on the ceiling and bend. And if you want, and you have more practice, you can place your hands outside of your sole of the foot. Leave your arms straight and relaxing the neck. So remember, it's not about the full expression and trying hard to get into the final pose. Is just simply how you feel. I guide you from the posture rather to aiming to do full expression of the pose. Shoulders are down and remaining the head down into the mat, and try to not twist your head. Look up to the sky. Spend here the last few more moments of happy baby. I suggest to remain still or very smooth movement side to side, but I prefer in happy baby to remain still. Relax the hands down, relaxing the body, and start to make it to transition back into the mat, into your tabletop. So remove anything from the mat, place your palms underneath of your shoulders, and move your bum up in space into first down dog. Bend one leg, bend another, just again relaxing your neck, maybe moving the head, any movements you like, just to stretching the legs, the shoulders, the arms. And now looking back on the legs, and walk your hands all the way back on the mat. Bend your elbows, leave your head down, and take a rock dog. Rock your body left and right. Just make your body all the way up. Release your hands all the way down. If you have any variation of fold, be welcome. You can place the hands behind of the calf muscles. Maybe you take your hands on your knees or hook the big toes, depending how it's your practice. And walk your hands all the way back into your down dog. Place the knee down. And coming gentle into your tabletop position. Relaxing the toes, leave your big toes to touch. And for this practice, I like to use a support. So I separate my knees and I grab the bolster. You can take your pillow if you feel comfortable, and allowing your chest to relax down in the space of these bolsters on the pillow. If you have issue with your hips, restriction in your knees or in your ankles, I'm inviting you to stay a bit high rather to go the bum very close to your heels. Relaxing your mind, relaxing into your breathing. And now start to feel your breath more into your back along the spine. If you feel comfortable, you start to move your sit bones all the way back to the end of your mat. Mind remain calm and the breath is nice and smooth through the practice. And gentle, we moving out from the pose, place the bolsters away from the mat, maybe a few cow stretch to recreate some flexibility and some fluidity into the spine. But when you drop the chest, you inhale. When you exhale, you round the spine. We're taking a few times because we roll on the back. I will also be welcome to modify next pose. Aiming to go to also the shoulder stand, observing I use the blanket and the edge of the blanket on the back of my neck. That will help a little bit more for my cervical spine. You can stay with the legs up in the sky and that's okay. This is fine. This also is shoulder stand. Otherwise, you roll a little bit back, bend the legs and start to place your palms supporting your back. Imagine you place your palms into the pockets on the jeans. Again, don't turn your head, look up and just lift your toes up in the sky. We'll do our best to create some space between the chin and the chest. And you remain in position into shoulder stand. That'll be long, about 10 counts. Otherwise, you might moving into plow pose in halasana, moving the toes on the back, and you stay with the hands to support your lower back. If you feel you restrict your breathing, softening the pose, my advice is to engage your quads and lift your bum a bit high to create more space into your breathing. So in this practice, the breath, and usually in all my practice, the breath is very important. It's priorities rather to achieve a posture. Totally try to avoid to twist your head. So when you're ready to move out, bend one knee and another, and very, very gentle, start to roll your body nice all the way down. Bring the knees, release the sole of the foot down. And start to move your back and make yourself comfortable into the next posture. I will remove my blanket and I need to lie my body all the way down into the mat. But in the case like I will bend my elbows and I leave the sole of the foot back to back, open the knees to the side and start to pop the chest up and relax your head down. It'll be quite awkward if you've never done fish pose before. But it's nice to open your chest and do all your best to open the sternum. Send your sternum up to the sky. When you want to move out from the pose, bring the knees to touch and lift your body up. Give your knees a hug, maybe just allowing the forehead or the space between your eyebrows to relaxing down into the knees. And preparing for the final postures of the practice. This time I will lie flat down, the shoulders down into the mat. Prepare to use a support, so I use back. Maybe you have a pillow, or maybe you have a block, or like I said, this bolster. I use a bolster. I leave my sit bones up and I recreate this contact of the sacrum on top of the bolster. Flip the palms facing up. Remain in position 1 when the knees touch, and then place your hands on to the belly and relax, or maybe the hands to the side. If you want to experience a little bit more, you can bend the knees into the chest or extend the legs up in the sky. Again, you can stay a little bit longer here. Otherwise, I can offer you some alternatives. We can bend the knees, extend the left leg flat down and bring the right knee to the chest. Give a right knee a hug, pushing a little bit the knee to the chest. And we switch sides. Take the other leg, the left leg, into the chest, and gentle extend the right leg with the same intention. Squeeze the knee, and the other leg is nice and extend on the back. If you feel comfortable, you might be able to extend both legs one by one. Open the top of your hips, flip the palms facing up, and spend here, depending on how you feel, you can spend about 2, 3, 4, or even 5 minutes. Remain still and keep your mind into your practice. If you want to move out from the pose, bend the knees and push your bolster or the pillow behind of your knees and simply experience the final moment of the practice into Shavasana. Great moment to meditate, to contemplate. Moment when you start to relax your sole of your foot, your knees, your hips. Relaxing your spine. Relaxing your shoulders, arms, and your fingers. Relaxing your head. And be welcome to stay a bit longer. But for today, I would like to thank you so much for joining me for the class. Namaste.